Welcome. This video is documenting the prediction that famous singer-songwriter Paul Simon of Simon and Garfunkel will slip and fall and severely injure his head on November 27th, 2025, Thanksgiving Day. And it is predicted that the news of this will be first reported on November 28th, 2025, Black Friday. The post date on the social media platform that you are watching this video on proves that this prediction is being made ahead of time, as does this time-stamped email and forensic notes PDF document. If you are skeptical for some reason, please email me and I will forward these to you. Paul Simon famously opened the first broadcast of Saturday Night Live in New York City after 9/11. He also performed at the 9/11 Memorial on the 10th anniversary. Simon and Garfunkel's first album was Wednesday Morning 3 a.m., which hints at the Hebrew idiom in the book of Amos, for 3 transgressions and for 4. By the way, on 9/11, 3 out of the 4 planes hijacked crashed, or rather, or hit their targets, I should say. That was for 3 transgressions and for 4. I'll repeat that. 9/11 in itself was for 3 transgressions and for 4. It was a warning of this, because again, this idiom means that the judgment is unavoidable. 9/11 was a warning for 3 transgressions and for 4, because it was 3 out of 4 planes that struck their targets. Okay. And we have Paul Simon, as I've now explained, because he's associated with not only 9/11, but also for 3 transgressions and for 4. The predicted news of Simon's fall on November 28th will be the 4 plus 4th super prime number of days after 4 lightning strikes struck 4 iconic locations in New York City and Washington, D.C. On 9/11, 4 planes targeted 4 iconic locations in New York City and Washington, D.C. That's why the 4 lightning strikes. 3 of the planes struck their targets, and this hints at for 3 transgressions and for 4. Okay, what were the lightning strikes? It was the One World Tower, which replaced the Twin Towers, which were struck on 9/11, the Empire State Building, the second tallest tower in Manhattan, and the Washington Monument, and the Capitol Building, which was the 4th target on 9/11. So the mainstream media even commented on this night, which was New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day morning, how uncanny it was that 4 iconic locations had been struck by lightning on the same night. Now, these 4 lightning strikes occurred on the same night as the Ford, which hints at the number 4, Lightning truck, that's the model of the truck, the Ford Lightning truck, as in 4 lightning strikes, the Ford Lightning truck struck people in a terrorist attack in New Orleans, which was on a Wednesday morning at 3 a.m. Yeah, New Year's morning, the attack was at 3 a.m. and it was a Wednesday. That's Simon's and Garfunkel's first album, which God used to point to the idiom for 3 transgressions and for 4. And we had the lightning strikes that pointed to 9/11, which was about the 3 targets that were hit out of 4 planes. Okay. And the 4th one, by the way, killed 44 people. Now, Simon's hit song, Graceland, is about his journey on the highway from New Orleans to Memphis in the 4 times 4th state. Okay, so Paul Simon's best-selling album, Graceland, has a song, Graceland, and it's all about traveling from New Orleans. Simon's hit song, Graceland, is about, as I just said that, okay, so the attack that used a Ford Lightning truck in New Orleans to strike people was in the 6 plus 6 plus 6th state. And in Bible prophecy, 666 is symbolic of the Antichrist, the 44th president. The fourth plane on 9/11 struck the ground in Pennsylvania and killed 44 people. The 44th president will reside as the Antichrist at 4 times 400 Pennsylvania Avenue, and he was born on the 6 times 6 times 6th day of the calendar year, and his name is Barak, which means lightning in Hebrew, and Barak is equal to 6 times 6 times 6 in English gematria.